class, Mrs. Calvi here. This is going to be example 2 for converting customary units. So if you are following along in the textbook, this would be similar to example 2. Now, if you notice here on my board here, I have my problem. I'm looking to figure out 32 quarts is equal to how many gallons. So just like in the first video, we're going to have 4 steps. Step 1 was to go to the chart, right? And to see how many gallons or how many quarts are in a gallon. So I would go to my chart. And if you notice here, it's telling me that 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts. So when I go to my chart, I'm looking for the same 2 units. So I'm looking for quarts and I'm looking for gallons. So when I go to that chart, I'm looking to see quarts and gallons. Perfect. Quarts here, gallons here. It's telling me that 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts. So that's what I have written here. I have 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts. Now, if you remember from the first video, my step 2 is to take the information from the chart, so this information, and start the first half of my proportion. I always said that I start with my 1 on top. So in this case, it's going to be 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts. And you also know that proportions, the numerators have to be talking about the same unit, the denominators have to be talking about the same unit. So in this case, my numerator is going to be talking about gallons. My denominator is going to be talking about quarts. Now this is where I'm going to go to the information from the textbook. This is my problem. I have 32 quarts and I need to find out how many gallons that is equivalent to or equal to. So they give us the 32 quarts. So that's the information I'm going to now plug in. So I know that the 32 is going to go in my denominator. My gallons is my unknown. That's what I'm solving for. That's going to be my variable x. Now, that was step 3. Don't forget, step 3 is using the information from the problem to fill in the rest of your proportion. All right, we're now moving on to step 4, and that was solving my proportion by using cross multiplication. So we're going to do that now. We're going to cross multiply. Remember, I always say start with where your variable is. So I'm going to go this way. So 4 times x is equal to 4x. Okay. Now I'm going to cross multiply in the other direction. 1 times 32, or 32 times 1, is going to give me 32. I am now going to solve for my variable. In order to do that, I have a numeral next to my variable. That's multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division, so I have to do division to actually solve to get my variable by itself. So I'm going to divide both sides by 4. These 4's cancel. I'm now going to be left with x is equal to, this is where I need to do the math, 32 divided by 4. And in that case, you shouldn't need a calculator for this one, but if it were larger numbers and you could use a calculator, this is the point where you would use your calculator. So 32 divided by 4 is going to give me an answer of 8. Now, what is my unit? What was our unknown? Our unknown was gallons, right? We're looking to see how many gallons. So our unit here would be gallons. And that would be our final answer. 32 quarts is equal to 8 gallons. All right, I will see you soon.